Yeah, how are you clipping? You're not even a particularly loud human. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well,
Turn your mic down, Doritos.
That's about as down as far as it can go.
All right, keep going. Give me something loud.
Loud.
Hey, I'm Marcus.
I'm Atrax.
And I'm Nick.
We are working class nerds.
Cue the intro. That's right. We are Working Class Nerds, the podcast that gives you no information about your favorite information.
Today is Thursday, October 6th, 2022, and you can find this 170 podcast on Apple Podcasts, Buzzsprout, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and anywhere you can find a podcast in the galaxy far, far away.
You can now find every single Working Class Nerds episode on YouTube. And in addition to YouTube, Working Class Nerds is branching out to yet another new platform, Rumble.com. So from now on, all the top tier content that Marcus tells me to put on there will be posted. Rumble.com, MarcusB814.
And you can watch me play video games Tuesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays because I cannot do a Friday night anymore at twitch.tv/MarcusB814.
You can watch me play video games every single Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern at twitch.tv/NickVern51.
And you can watch me continue the Monday Night Vibes at 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/A_Atrax.
You can find us on all the social medias. I am at MarcusB814.
I am at A_Atrax.
And I'm at Nick Vern. That's NACKVR. And in this week's episode, we're talking with fellow Twitch streamer and mega community member. It's Doritos! Doritos! So welcome to the show once again, Doritos. And what have you been up to?
Oh, thank you for having me back. So that was awesome, as usual.
We do it once. The intro only takes one time. We do that fresh every time.
Yep, and we never screw it up, and definitely never have to
never.
re-record it.
Ever. That's great. One take. There we go. So let's see. What have I been up to? Games, more games. So I'm actively raiding in SWTOR still. I am playing some Destiny, as Marcus knows. I'm on Tuesday nights trying to help support the clan night and other parts and pieces. Trying to get my Hunter leveled up, even though he doesn't like him. He'll live. You'll live.
Let's go, Hunter.
You're okay.
Then let's see. I've been playing back through the Legendary Edition of Mass Effect. So,
whoa,
that's exciting.
Haven't played through Mass Effect 1 in a very long time, so I'm enjoying going back and playing through some of the nostalgia and seeing that a game again.
How is the graphics update in it?
It's good. Because I actually have my original Mass Effect 1 disc, and I played it. Oh geez, like a year ago, and it was so dated. And they did a pretty good job on improving the graphics on it. The combat's still a little shaky, but the graphics are crisper.
Well, they can't fix everything.
Oh,
right?
I know. But it wasn't supposed. They weren't supposed to fix everything. But it does look much better. And then let's see, what else have I been doing? So fortunately, I'm still trying to rebuild my hard drive. It died 2 weeks ago, so I've had to rebuild and put everything back on it. So I wasn't streaming for about 2 weeks while I had to get that rebuilt. And then we took a family trip up to the mountains for camping and. So I'm trying to get back into it and get back at it, get things back set up.
When you say camping, are we talking tent camping or camper camping?
Tent camping, out in the woods, pack it in.
The real camping.
Best kind
real
of
camping.
Yes.
Whole fam with the dogs out in the woods.
No bathrooms.
Oh no, it was a state park in Georgia, and they had a bathhouse, so we had running water available.
Oh, there you go.
Showers and running toilets, so it wasn't total backwoods camping.
Yeah,
Right.
I miss those days of the real camping because I used to love like the screen rooms because that's where you would eat
Yeah.
because you're in a tent, right? Like in a camper, you can eat in the camper at the table, but you had to have one of those screen rooms in order to eat because the bugs could get.
All
No,
over
actually,
everything.
it was great weather because coming down here from Florida, going to the mountains, the high when we were there was 72 degrees. So it's like, man, it's a 20-degree difference. And at night
Yeah.
it was low 50s, upper 40s. We're like, the kids like, it's so cold. It's like, no, this feels great. This is camping weather.
Glamping?
No.
No,
It
not for
doesn't-
me.
I was gonna
Not
say it
gonna
doesn't sound
happen.
like. I'm not into camping. Even glamping is like
I like having.
my Wi-Fi. I don't have my Wi-Fi anymore.
Well,
I
you
like
don't-
having a bathroom, but outside of that, that's
I don't
it.
care too much about that. As long as I've got wet wipes, I'll be okay.
Fair enough.
yeah, I don't mind leaning against the tree and dropping a deuce. I don't mind at all.
It's kind of free.
It is, but the only problem is if you pee on your pants on accident.
Oh, you're screwed.
Yeah, especially
Oh yeah,
like
you're doomed.
Yeah.
it's over.
Don't
Game
poop
over.
uphill.
No, the good thing about this place though, they actually had bear boxes, so you could put your food in the bear box because they did have a couple families of black bears that were beginning the winter preparations. So,
Oh, yeah.
the park rangers were asking us, if you see them, let us know so we can mark down where they were and when you saw them, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
Yeah, keep track of them.
Yeah. I had a couple close encounters of the bear kind when my family had a camper up in Otis, which is like a reservoir near us. But yeah, a bear broke into the screen room of the camper. We had a refrigerator, a big like full size fridge. It was like a 3-season camper or whatever. He just left it up there, and in the front porch / screen room there was we had a full size fridge that had like a lock on it, but it like ripped through the screen, and there was just like dents and claw marks on the outside of the fridge from it trying to get in there.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I think it did pop off the freezer and ate a bunch of hot dogs.
It must have been a family member of yours.
Oh yeah.
Nick in a past life was like a hot dog eating champion because this dude
Dude, I
can
love
eat
hot dogs.
raw, cold hot dogs, no problem.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I'll just take them out of the
mine need to
fridge
be, like,
and just like
cooked.
squirt ketchup on it and just
Blech.
At
That's
least
almost-
like stick it
that's
over the
almost-
fire for a little bit.
No, see, like that's what I'm saying, dude. That's almost as gross as playing a hunter.
Oh,
oh, come on.
no, that's not even
Wow.
close.
Shots fired.
Yeah. No,
Um,
if the sodium content wasn't terrible, I would just eat like a couple hot dogs for breakfast and like a banana. It's nothing
but
to do
you
with
guys,
the
got-
phallic shape of that.
you guys are
breakfast.
getting this trend, right? Long
Uh-huh.
items,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's a long item
meaty
night.
items.
Oh,
long, girthy items that can that are in long form. That
Well,
he
it takes
can
2 hands
swallow
to
whole.
handle. It's okay.
Yep.
Well-
I did not realize until now the phallic nature of that breakfast I just described.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick wants 2 dogs and a banana. That sounds like a great night.
Oh boy.
Don't
Gotta-
forget the buns.
No buns required.
Well, so back to the Mass Effect Legendary, right?
Yeah.
I personally like Mass Effect 2 is unbelievable to me, right? Like the
Mhm.
third was a good conclusion.
Man,
I thought the story conclusion was good. How the Reapers came and like it was like an epic battle.
well, no,
right?
the end I thought was dumb.
Well, it's hard to end a show. A show.
A show.
Okay.
It's hard to end a game.
Yeah.
Like in anything, right? Like even Star Wars, it's hard because like at the end of Return of the Jedi, like know that Luke is going to start the Jedi Order, but that's not the end of his story, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where Mass Effect, they like tried to end it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like Commander Shepard had a couple different paths, but
Yeah, but I guess my gripe
Yeah.
is they weren't different enough from each other,
well,
It's got to be difficult because I don't know about 3, but I know from 1 to 2, you could carry your save over and all those choices would affect the world. So
Goes
it's
to
got to
3.
be insanely difficult to connect 3 games. Like, if they just did a decent job, I can't remember super well how Mass Effect 3 ended. I know I played it, but like,
It's basically like you get 3 different colored explosions are the endings, and that's it.
well, All right. Okay.
You get
May-
green
may-
if you save people. It's like red explosion if you like kill people, and it's like a blue explosion or something else. I forget. It's fucking stupid. It's the
right.
latest way to conclude.
Yeah.
a
maybe it is
trilogy.
pretty bad, but it's got to be tough. I'm just saying, it's got to
Well,
be tough. Like
100%.
I don't let him off the hook, but please
Uh,
continue.
all right.
No. What I mean is, so the ending of Mass Effect 3 was amazing for me. Like with the Reapers, like that
No,
story.
I will say, and I'm really criticizing like the last, like I don't know, 2 minutes or something. That last,
Correct.
like
Yeah.
actual conclusion, but the whole story leading up to that very last bit, where like it ended up it's just that last bit. It feels like your choice didn't really matter how you ended it, but like leading up to it is complete. I agree, it's like epic, and I think they do a pretty good job of like tying in the whole threat of everything over the 3 games.
Yeah.
My only gripe is that last bit, and I'm being a jerk about it, but
my point was Mass Effect 1, like Doritos was saying earlier, the combat is
yeah,
Mass Effect 2, in my opinion, they perfected the combat.
Yep.
Right? Like it felt great. And then in Mass Effect 3, that's like when Gears of War
right.
like was coming out, and they were in
or like Army of Two.
Well, that
similar.
in like what was that,
That was
other
so fun.
Blink?
Yeah,
Like
You're
it was
hurdling
like
stuff.
Yeah, you were hurling over stuff, and they were like, we have to hurl over items, and like
yeah.
it was like that same kind of like sprint motion and duck and cover. And I felt like the combat in 3 was not as good as 2.
It was a little clunky.
Yeah, it was like they were just trying to follow the trend of other games.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But really, for me, Mass Effect 2 was the perfect game. But Doritos, are you planning on beating all 3, or are you just tinkering?
No, I'm actually started a new character. I am taking him. I'm going to take him and the saves all the way through from 1 to 3.
That sounds really
Nice.
fun. I bet you I would enjoy that too.
The next time I do it, I think I would try a girl, just to see the difference. You know what I mean?
See the story differences.
Yeah. But I will say, in Mass Effect 1, I did a mission like 5 times to try to save somebody. I don't remember who it was because it was so long ago.
Yeah.
And then in Mass Effect 2, there was one mission where everybody had to survive
Mhm.
in order to move on to like the ending where everybody would survive the
yeah.
something. I did that
You had to
like
have your ship
I had to do
upgraded.
it like 5 times because I kept losing a different guy each time.
Right.
Yep.
And I'm like, fuck. And then I lost Tali, and I was like, I can't lose that butt. Ever.
Yeah.
The mask doesn't matter. It's all about the booty. But
The first playthrough of on 2, I did the same thing. It's like, oh, damn it. All right, let me go back, try it again. Damn it. All right, this combination. Haha.
Yes.
got
Yep.
it. There
Same
we
here.
go.
And then for me, it was the ship. My ship wasn't upgraded fully, so I kept like some part kept exploding and getting one of the characters killed. And I was like, what else is there to do? I've done all the missions. What is going on? Oh, my
Right.
ship wasn't upgraded enough, and so I couldn't like make it through.
Yeah, you didn't have like the max shields or something, probably.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And so like, I get you.
So Atrax, what have you been up to?
Well, this weekend I got to go to the beach with one of my friends who's moving across the country this month. It was kind of his last trip. We went for 2 days, him and me and his brother and a couple of his friends that I didn't really know, but it was nice getting to meet some new people and just go hang out on the beach and drink, and that was it. That was pretty much all we did. So
That's
I
fun though.
just sat on the beach. Yeah, it was great. I sat on the beach. I dug myself a nice little sand chair with a little coaster holder drink.
Nice.
And yeah, and because it was perfect. It was about 80 degrees outside. The wind was blowing just a little bit. And so the
Just a
sand was
little
nice and cool. It was great. It was such a great time.
Nice.
And
It's
that was
what you
pretty much
needed.
all we did. Yeah. Yep. Just a couple of days sitting on the beach with a beverage. And then in the evening, we played stuff like Mario Kart and Smash Brothers and Mario Party. And yeah, had pizza, all the traditional fun weekend stuff that you do at the beach.
Hell yeah.
So that was great. And then I came back and it was time to get to work. So Monday, I spent pretty much all day working on the Multiverses signups. So they are now live. Multiverses tournament 2 versus 2. If you can hear this announcement, you're part of the community. Come on, and join us. We've got some Gleamium up for grabs as well as Working Class Nerds merch.
Hell
The
yes.
Sign up link is in the Discord. So, yeah,
When
you
is
don't
it?
have to be skilled. November 5th.
What
It's a
time does it start?
Saturday. It starts at 1
1 p.m. Eastern?
No, Pacific.
Oh, we don't
Pacific.
work.
I need
That does 3
Okay,
p.m.
3
Eastern.
p.m.
No. That's
For
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
No,
Every
yeah,
normal
4.
person in the world,
Right.
it's 4 p.m. Eastern. Don't listen to the West Coast guy.
Are you sure?
He
Because
doesn't. He doesn't.
4. We're going to try. We'll be live streaming all of the winner bracket matches and a couple of round 1 matches as well. So we'll iron out the details as we get closer to the tournament. But November 5th, mark your calendars. Come hang out with all of us. Hopefully, it will be a night to remember.
I'm
Be
sure it
excited.
will. Anytime I've done something like that, it's always a blast. Like have
Yeah.
like little mini Smash Bros competitions with your buddies or something, or like like big group Mario Kart, like you were saying. That's also wicked fun.
Right.
But yeah, I'm sure this is going to be great. The
Yeah,
interesting thing is like you got to pair up with somebody, so it's like
Yep.
test your teamwork too.
Yeah, just a little bit. It'll be interesting to see what pairings some of the folks come up with, because I know like some of the characters interact differently with each other too.
Right.
So it'll be
right.
cool to see. But again, even if you've never played the game, you've got a month. Download it. It's free to play for everybody. So
Start training.
yeah, it's on all platforms: PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, PC. Come join. Free
Sega
to
Genesis.
Join. Yes. I don't know. I don't think it's on Sega Genesis.
No, probably not. What was I going to say?
Go ahead.
You got more, Nick?
I don't.
All right. Yeah. So in addition to that, since I said the link is in the Discord, it is in the Working Class Nerds Discord.
Yeah.
Officially moved over as of Monday. I did it on stream. I deleted the 8-track stream server. ASS, good old ass, is gone.
Rip that guy.
Deleted my ass. And yeah, that Discord is officially gone. We're now part of the Working Class Nerds Discord. And
Let's go.
I'm super excited to be here. Thank you so much, all of the folks who transferred over. I know quite a few. And now you're introduced to this community, this amazing community. And I know Doritos hangs out there too. So we'll be
He does?
looking
Hell
forward
yeah.
to
I've never seen
talking
him in the
with
Discord.
everybody. You've never
never
seen
seen-
Doritos?
Never seen him before.
Who? Where? Where am I getting?
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Who are you?
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, our
this it?
guest. Oh, the guest. Oh, right. Oh, oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah.
That's
so
amazing.
I'm super excited. The welcoming has been very, very warm. Like, I kind of expected, but also it has exceeded my expectations in the same manner. Thank you, everybody who's said stuff and said
Hell
hello
yeah.
and whatnot. And
The-
as always, oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say the nerds community, I feel like always goes above and beyond to like welcome folks and like
Yeah.
be welcoming and friendly and say hello. I'm always
Absolutely.
impressed, you know?
Oh, for sure.
What were you going to say?
We have some amazing folks out there.
Yes.
I was just going to say, in continuation with that, wrapping up my short little summary of what I've been up to, continuing working on Marcus's Destiny videos, finally released another one, the Vex Mythoclast video. He spent a long time. How many hours, Marcus?
A lot.
A lot of hours. And well, you'll have to watch the video to see if he actually got it or not. I think most people know because Marlock is here to stay. But
Marlock.
yeah, hashtag Marlock.
Marlock.
Yeah.
That sounds like the name of an orc or Urukai.
Marlock.
Have you ever-
Marlock the Warlock.
Yes.
Mr. Marlock. All right, I'll stop being I'll stop putting the nerd in Working Class Nerds. Oh man. All right, who's next?
So, Marcus, how's it going? What have you been up to?
Fuck. I was hoping that I didn't have to go next because.
Well, I can if you want.
Well, the reason
So
why
Nick.
is because my. No, well, the reason why is because my first statement in my notes are I'm currently still playing the Warlock.
Alakazam, let's go.
I guess it's going fine.
You just gotta,
Yes, that's right. I said it. Suck it up.
He loves it.
No, I don't.
You're
I
having
do
fun with
not.
it. You are too. You love it.
you like throwing the
Just
grenades and
enjoying it.
stuff.
I do
No, he likes to
not.
snap.
I do not like it as much as my Titan. I do. Okay. The one thing I will say that I miss more than anything.
Wait, did you guys see that though? He just said that he liked it. He goes, I don't like it as much as my Titan, but that means you do like it.
Hold on.
Mark, this
I'm putting
just
a note. Wait, I'm putting a note in the show. We're deleting that. Hold on,
Breaking news.
No, I'm putting it in the
Marcus
notes.
likes
We're
the
deleting
Warlock.
that. Dude, stop talking about it because then it can't get deleted.
It's not getting deleted.
Anyway,
we'll make a short out of it.
what I was saying is I'm counting the days until December 10th because December 9th is the new season. And December 10th, I get to bring my Titan back. I'm really looking forward to that because the one thing that I do like to do is I am an up and close kind of player. You know what I mean? Like Nick is more of like he can hang in the back and snipe.
Yeah, I can do both.
Right. Me, I like to be in the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel
typically
like
take a little bit more of a tactical approach. Yeah.
right. So I'm known to like melee my way through things.
Yeah.
Like in one thing, I meleeed a harpy till he was dead, and I just laughed about it because I couldn't die.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep, that was Marcus.
I was actually pretty close now that I knew what you were doing. I thought you were going for Mandork from Dexter's Lab.
Oh yeah,
That's
a good one
a
too.
I don't even know what Dexter's Lab is. So anyway,
what?
DD, get out of my laboratory.
Yeah, Marcus, you
You
silly girl,
idiot.
get out of my laboratory. That was more like the guy who owned Anakin and his mom there. That was a bad impression. Anyways, Marcus, please continue. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
yeah, what's cool about playing the Warlock
Yep.
is that I'm actually forced to learn more about the game.
Okay.
Right.
So Phoenix has been helping me make builds.
Yep.
Right? Like so where I come from, in SWOTOR, you just get the best gear and you're done, and you ask somebody who's a better player than you what augments you need, and you're done. Right? You get your
Right.
gear score, you get your augments, and your gear is over.
Okay.
Right? Like it's almost it's gonna sound fucked up, but it's brainless
Yeah.
in that sense.
It's easy. It's easier. It's more simple.
The goal
Right?
is very
It's simple.
clear.
Yes, compared to Destiny, it's brainless.
Okay.
Like I'm switching out aspects and fragments, and you need this piece of gear, but you need a better gear score here, and it's just like, holy shit. I don't even know what half of these things do. Like I just run around and kill stuff, and like I'll tap a button, I'm like, oh, I just snapped. That's pretty cool. What button did I hit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I end up fat fingering it because I'm trying to like find that button again on my mouse, and I can't find it, so I end up using my super because I'm an idiot. But the point is, I'm actually learning about the game, and I'm finding a whole new level of respect for this game because the community makes it so there's the Destiny item manager where you can take your guns and drag them into your character live on live server, but it's a third-party website.
That's interesting.
You know what I mean? So you can have your second window, pull it up. Oh, I need the Huckleberry. And you just drag it over to your Warlock, and on in-game live, it goes pling, and you can see the Huckleberry landing in your inventory.
Oh, that's cool.
That's crazy.
That's rad. Next thing is that then I just found out that they have this like Destiny armor picker
okay.
where you go to this website and it shows you all of your stats like resilience, recovery, discipline, intellect, all that.
Yep.
And you can, if you say, I want 100 on all three of these, it's going to tell you if you have the gear in order to make that build happen.
Oh, that's cool.
That's awesome.
And once you do that, then you just go to your character and find those pieces of gear, put it on, and it tells you what mods to use, like the stat boosting mods to achieve this goal, and it does it for you. Here's the cooler thing. Then you go back to DIM once you do that, the Destiny Item Manager, and you click loadouts, and it says save current what you're wearing.
Yeah.
And you can name it to a build. So now, as soon as you sign in your Warlock, say, I want to be the Snap God, you just click that, and that's what it instantly puts that gear on you.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yes.
It's like outfits, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm finding so much extra stuff, like extra stuff to do, which makes it really cool.
Hell yeah.
I thought it was going to be better for me to stream on Friday nights. And
how'd that go?
Poorly, evidently.
It was fun, but like Saturday I can bring the big dick energy.
Okay.
Because like I'm hanging out with my kids, I maybe work a half a day. Like I feel like I'm busier on a Saturday, but like it's the mental space of like it's Saturday night.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't have to work the next day. So it's like if I'm up until 1:00 in the morning streaming, that's okay.
Yeah.
Where Friday, like if I make it to midnight on Friday, I'm like falling asleep at the fucking keyboard going,
right.
I gotta go to bed. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't have that energy.
Right.
So I tried it for 2 weeks. It's not for me. So I'm back to Saturdays. Needless to say, Sunday. I knew you were going to do it.
Mega.
I tried to do that in Doritos intro, but I kind of flubbed it. I didn't get a good mega.
No, it was a good mega.
I'll go for it.
It was like an 8 out of 10.
No.
Yeah, it was a good one. It wasn't fantastic.
That felt like a 6.
Dude, no, it was like an 8. Don't forget, every mega you do is a 10. Like your megas are mega.
Well, that's I'll redeem myself after that.
Right. An 8 is terrible for you.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's like piss poor quality, dude.
I agree.
That's like you got in like a 1986
Honda Civic.
Yes. With a blown transmission and tried to drive on the highway. That's an 8 for you on your mega, okay?
I'd call that a -2, but okay.
Anyway, well, not in your world. In the mega world, that's an 8.
Okay.
Because your megas are fantastic. They're like 10s every time. Okay. Like you're getting the perfect score in a gymnastics meet if it was a mega meet.
Okay.
Okay. Got it.
I feel like this math doesn't add up, but we're moving on.
This is a mega sidebar, that's for sure.
Yes. All right. So on Sunday stream, I had a plan to do mega pinnacles, like all of them. I just wanted to get all of them done so I could maximize my maximum mega light score or light level. Okay.
Are you just trying to shove as many megas in there as possible?
No, it's a new drinking game. Anyway. But what happened was, so Phoenix told me that there's a piece of gear that I need for my Warlock, and it's a chest. And he said, you're going to have to grind legendary lost sectors on chest day.
Okay.
So instead of working out,
I was going to say, it's the different kind of chest day.
Yeah, it's a different type of chest day. Well, anyways,
like buys and tries.
So it ended up happening to be chest day, and it happened to be one of the easiest legendary lost sectors to do. So I was like, oh, so every other time I've done legendary lost sectors where I grinded and I won, I've had really good luck.
Okay.
Like every other run, I was getting a piece of exotic gear, and it was fantastic. Well, not this time.
The RN Jesus was not with you?
No, the Force was not with me.
Right.
And let me tell you, so I got in and I did the first run because in order to unlock legendary, you have to do it once on regular.
Yep.
Did regular. I saw the space and then I was like, okay, I'm going in. So I did it again. And within the first like 45 minutes to an hour, I got 2 chess pieces, not the ones I needed.
Yep.
I was like, okay, this isn't terrible. Well, 4 hours fucking later, or 3.5 hours later, whatever it was, I was exhausted. I must have said, okay, I'm going to do this 1 to 2 more times. And then I ended up doing it for another hour.
Damn. That's how it goes. That's the late night gaming grind.
The classic one more episode.
One more episode, one more quest, one more match.
One more
Dude.
level.
Dude, your ass smells like burnt rubber and Vaseline. This is fucking disgusting. Oh my God, Nick, your ass is disgusting.
That's redemption for the pre-show part that you did. At least you're
Dude.
upwind.
That's like bad catalytic converter and maple syrup. Okay, like it's just disgusting. Okay, ugh.
If you lean back a little, the fan will blow it right out the window.
No, dude. Like I'm doing a podcast here, and you're ripping ass like that. Like, damn. Oh, fuck.
You did that in the pre-show. I have zero sympathy.
Dude, it smells like kale, lettuce, and fucking like running shoes. Okay, it's gross.
He did go running.
I went running earlier, and I've been eating healthier, so that's probably the issue.
Oh, gross. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
So, but to finish off the night, Phoenix came in and he's like, "Oh my God, I'm so proud of you. You're still grinding." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I'm done. I'm over it."
Yeah.
Well, of course, last pull magic happened. Everybody knows when it's last pull magic. I got the fucking piece of gear I wanted at midnight on a Sunday. I went fucking ballistic because, like, I actually worked really hard to get that piece.
Yeah, it was 3 hours and change. It's
Right.
a lot.
Well, and you guys know I'm not good at the game.
Right. So you're really trying
Like,
for 3 hours.
I'm a hardcore casual player.
Yeah.
And I suck at it. So either way. Anyways, I have a really, really, really big stream announcement coming. I will be announcing it next week.
Okay.
And then the last thing is I did an algorithm. Like, I did like an algorithm trial.
Okay.
So on my Instagram, it's really weird. So I followed a couple things. Like, it's like one of them was like Rad Dad and something else. But then it ended up being like, at first it was like funny dad jokes.
Okay.
Right. And then it turned into like OnlyFans models and all of this stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I don't need to see it. Like, I like the dad jokes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, and it over flooded my Instagram with fucking this.
With the thirst traps.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, let's see if I can trick Instagram into thinking I like what I like. So a big dream of mine, but I'm fat as fuck, is to be able to climb Mount Everest. Like, that's like lifetime goal of mine. Like, I want to be at the top of the top of the world.
Okay.
Like, I would love
All
that
right.
shit. And if I die on the way home, whatever, I got up to the top. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because when you're climbing it, all like the big hikers are like, oh, it's just a trail walk. Fuck. I don't give a fuck. You're wearing a respirator to survive and oxygen to survive.
Yeah.
You know
You're
what I mean?
walking
Like,
across ladders too.
right, exactly.
Yeah, that's not exactly easy.
So
I mean, it's not climbing straight up and shit, like actually climbing, but still.
yeah, but like I would like to do K2. Any of those like where you have to go to like 3 or 4 camps to get to the top.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like dream shit. Anyways, so that's all I've been watching on Reels for like a week.
It's like climbing.
Yeah, like
shit.
Mount Everest and all this shit. And like I followed one Sherpa from Nepal. Now all of my Reels is all climbing like Mount Everest and all the crazy shit. And it's like, it's wholesome.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy looking at it. Like, I get excited to look at the Reels because I'm like, there was one where like it was like 6 ladders tied together to cross this cavern.
Oh God.
And I'm saying to myself, I'm thinking about the guy crawling across it, and I'm going to myself, this fat fuck, if I get on that, it's gonna be like the old cartoons where like the ladders bend.
Right.
You know what I mean? Going across. And I'm like, but that's awesome to me.
Yeah.
So I tested it out. So everybody, confirmed from Marcus, the algorithm is watching you.
Yeah, it just shows you whatever you like the most.
So
Yep.
Nick, what have you been doing other than blowing up this room?
So I've been on stream. I've been monster hunting on Skellige in the Witcher, which is pretty awesome.
It sounds like that would be a really rad band name.
Skellige.
A metal band name.
Yeah,
It's gotta be. That would be, and it fits the area too. It's like I've said it 5,000 times already, but it's like Scottish people meets like Vikings meets like, well, Scottish and Irish is similar cultures, kind of, sort of, not really, but it's like all of the areas just sound like Scotch distilleries.
Scotch.
Like,
Watch
everything
it
is-
go down.
Yeah, everything is like Ard this, Ard that, and like there's a famous distillery called Ardbeg. It's Isla Scotch. It's islands too, so it's like I think it's based on that area, but and they're all like very grumpy, like crotchety Viking-y type people with like kind of sort of Scottish accents. So it's awesome. But I've been monster hunting there. That whole map is like another enormous chunk of map. I keep getting like blown away at how much content there is. Like I'm at the point in the main story where I pretty much am at the end of the game, I think. Like if I go do it's the quest is like, oh hey, go like talk to all the people that you've met along the way to see who you can recruit to help us with this big fight. And I'm like, okay, well, you know, that's obviously the end of things, right? Or at least like I want to go do everything else before I go do this. So I'm just I want to finish everything I can in Skellige, and I might just finish even more stuff before I go through it. But it's gonna be a lot of cleanup stuff. But I've been going through the Witcher contracts last stream. It was awesome.
Would you say that once you finish all the side quests, like you're at the final missions?
I think so, yeah.
So
It feels like it. Like the whole main plot is like, hey, you got to go find Ciri, and it was like, hey, go look for her in Velen, or White Orchard first, and then Velen, and then Novigrad, and then you go to Skellige. So it's like these giant pieces of the map, and then it's like, okay, now that you've been to all these places, go recruit and like you report back to the king that was looking for her and stuff, and it's like, okay, you know, we couldn't find her here. We tracked her. She went this place, this place, this place, this place. Now we know she's in this magic realm that's like she's like hiding from the wild hunt, and you do that in Skellige. But as soon as you get her out of there, they're gonna come attack her. So it's like, all right, so go gather all your allies that you found in Velen, in Novigrad, in those chunks of the map.
It's like what happens in Mass Effect.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's less in Mass Effect. It's more explicit. Like, hey, go make friends to go fight the Reapers.
No. At the end, like when you have that choice in Mass Effect 2, they're like, even in like the map, it says, fight. Like you cannot turn back.
Right.
So if there's any quest you have to do,
where it's like, are you sure? Yeah.
Right. Are you sure?
Right.
You're committing.
Right. So like, I want to do everything before I do it. Then obviously, of course, I'm going to play the Blood and Wine expansion too. So that'll be sweet.
Real quick, Nick, I saw this yesterday. So they just said The Witcher
IGN?
4. This was the CD Projekt Red posted this, but The Witcher 4 Polaris.
Yep, is the name of it apparently.
Yes, is at least 3 years away, maybe longer.
That's fine.
Right. So that was October 5th. What's cool about hearing that is that like
they're working on it.
Well, and it can't suck because you can't have The Witcher 3 be what it is and not come out with
you're swinging.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you can't have Grand Theft Auto 5 and not have it be bigger and badder.
Right.
For Grand Theft Auto.
You got to
6.
at least match the map size and the quest amount and like the quest styles. You don't have to go bigger than The Witcher 3. I feel like to date, I haven't played like Cyberpunk, but like I cannot really imagine a much larger game than The Witcher 3.
Cyberpunk's not that big.
That's what I figured.
No.
And like, even if it was a little smaller, that's okay. As long as I keep it like super content rich, like this is, then I'm okay with that.
I'm not sure. I never played it. Did you guys ever play Cyberpunk?
No, not yet.
No, I never did either. I'll probably revisit it once they fix everything, but yeah, I haven't revisited it. But in regular life stuff, I had a paintball tournament this past weekend and we took second place, which drives me crazy. But you know, it is what it is. Got another medal with a number 2 on it to add to my collection over there.
Was it a close match or?
Yeah, it was close. It was close, but we played really good. I actually mostly coached it, but apparently folks said I did well coaching, but the guys played really well and made me proud. So it was all good stuff, but it's always frustrating to get to the finals and then lose. But then that was on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I worked the division below us tournament. I was the scoreboard guy, which is pretty fun because I don't have to do any refereeing. I just click the buttons for the scores and like watch everything. It's a good way to earn some free paintballs. And then in show news, I'm caught up with all the big ones. So House of the Dragon, I'm caught up on Rings of Power, She-Hulk, and Andor. We watched episode 5 last night for guys' night. So I'm caught up. I will say House of the Dragon is great and Andor is amazing. They're like 1A and 1B. And then there's a big gap. And then there's Rings of Power. And then there's She-Hulk. In my opinion. I don't know if you guys are watching any of those, but A lot of
I
good.
need to.
Wait,
Yeah.
you haven't watched Andor? Doritos, have you watched Andor?
No, I haven't watched Andor. Fans was sick last week, so we haven't had a chance to catch up on that, and we're about 2 episodes behind on Ring of Power.
I
Okay.
watched the first 3 episodes of Andor, and I haven't returned since.
Okay.
Admitted.
Okay, I'm going to say this without spoiling it because we're going to do a full Andor review show.
Yeah, I think that's
For sure.
That's warranted.
But Andor is beautiful, and I think, well, Rogue One, other than A New Hope, like, because for me, like, you can't ever take away that the original Star Wars movie is the best for me.
Okay.
But Rogue One is the best movie ever made of Star Wars, in my opinion. And Andor is topping it. You know, like Mando is fine. It's good, but Andor is so good because it's gritty. It's raw. You're seeing the other side of the Empire. The comment that I made yesterday was I haven't seen a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
And it's means like everywhere they are, they're below stormtroopers.
Yeah, they're
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like they don't need stormtroopers because they're just peons. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the show is beautiful. And there's a scene in this last episode. Can I say it? Yeah. Well, all I'm going to say is you can see an Imperial shuttle. And it gave me like goosebumps because how you would feel seeing that.
Yeah, like put you in the perspective
setting,
of like
how small you are.
Yeah. Like you mean nothing in the compared to the Empire.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
It's so good, you guys.
I will say Andor does an amazing job. Like I think you're describing this too, is like the world building is like really uniquely amazing. Like I feel like I'm this small person in this giant galaxy, you know?
Right.
Yeah. I really, Andor's doing that in a way that like, it's so enjoyable that even in the episodes when there's not a lot of action, like I still really enjoyed it. Like last night, for example, same thing. It's like every episode, even if it's not like a whole lot of stuff happening, like action wise, you know, and conflict, but it's like all of the world building and like exposition-y stuff is still really, really cool. And it like grabs you in a way that a lot of other shows that have similar moments don't.
Yeah. The impression that I got from the first 3 episodes was that, like, standing on its own, it's a well-made show. Despite, you know, having the Star Wars name to it, it makes sense. And the moments and the world that it builds. Again, I haven't seen the continuing episodes, but the first 3, it set it up really well, like a normal show should, despite it having this huge name and this big backstory and everything. You know, it's well made. I agree.
I think Screen Crush calls them member berries, where it's like basically like moments where you like show something that's from another movie or some other piece of that franchise where it's like, oh, remember this? You know what I mean? And it doesn't really contribute to the plot, but you just go like, ooh, I remember that guy. You know what I mean? Where like, and I don't know if a good example per se, but like maybe Ahsoka showing up in The Mandalorian, right? It's like, did she do a whole heck of a lot? Not really. Well, she took Grogu to Luke, right? But like outside of that, there wasn't a whole lot of plot. That could have been any Jedi. It didn't have to be Ahsoka. So they're just like, ooh, remember Ahsoka? You know?
Yeah.
So I'm doing that. That's not a good example because she does have that fight and stuff. But anyways,
well,
you get what I'm trying to say. There's other instances of that. And my point is there's not a lot of that in Andor. So like, even though, to your point, even though it's in this Star Wars universe, there's not a lot of like, ooh, like, look at this. You like this character or this thing or this concept. Like, here's an X-Wing.
Yeah.
Like, no, you know, that's not there. You don't need to see that.
Right.
It's in the Star Wars universe, but you don't need to see like the stuff, like have moments like that just to throw them in there. Every part of that show is like feels critical to the plot and makes perfect sense for it to be there, you know?
I'm just trying to figure out if this is going to be a one-off season or if they're going to try to do it multiple, because the way they're doing it, it sure seems like they're trying to make this multiple seasons.
Yeah, I mean, it is 12 episodes and we're only on through 5.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
So we could have a lot of stuff happen. I will say also, I know they're set up for the directors of the episodes, like direct it in batches of 3. So they're kind of like 3-episode arcs essentially.
That
So like
makes sense.
1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. It basically seems like it's going to be
1, 2, 3, 4,
Set up,
5, 6.
set up,
7,
big
8, 9.
conflict, set up, big conflict, set up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It would be it'd be cool to see then if they get some of those directors to all confer on one like finale episode to tie a couple of the
Arcs together.
arcs together. Yeah. In like
Well, I
a
mean,
big
yeah.
finale. I don't know. That's a random idea, but I think it'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, I think the director who's doing the last trilogy, so to speak, of episodes is the same director that did the first 3.
Cool.
Oh, okay.
So it comes full circle. I'm enjoying the hell out of the show. But yeah.
In SWOTOR news, our best view in SWOTOR contest is back. You want to submit all your screenshots before October 12th, 2022.
Yep.
The contest rules and details are at SWOTOR.com. This is my favorite thing that SWOTOR does as a company, because what happens is you're going to take a screenshot of a landscape in the game, and if you win, you're going to get your own deco made, and they're going to make it in the game so everybody can get that deco, and then you'll get a gold framed version to be able to use that decoration in your own stronghold, but it's your picture that you took that they put in game.
That's pretty cool.
That's
awesome.
cool. Yeah, it's a pretty cool thing. Now, yeah, I'm gonna leave it on a positive note. Destiny 2's TWAB today mentioned that the divinity has been nerfed from 30% damage reduction to 15. And let me tell you, this is a situation when elitist players affect developers. And I'm going to use SWOTOR because that's what I know the most. When the ranked PvP players are the top 0.1% of the game, cry and bitch that Massacre is too powerful on a Marauder, the devs are like, the community wants it nerfed. And then they nerf it, but they fuck over every other player in the game because these top 0.001% of players are bitching.
Yeah.
There was this player in the community, a creator, and he's won the raid, world's first raid contest like 7 times.
Holy shit. Okay.
So like this guy is the best of one of the best of the best. And he's like, the divinity's too strong. You need to weaken it. And I'm like thinking to myself, I'm like, I understand why you're saying it, because it's the same shit that Hazel says, how like the game's too easy, but it's not fucking easy. This game is not easy at all. It is not new player friendly. It is not friendly. It's not easy. Sure, maybe if you've been playing since Destiny 1 beta, sure, you're used to the game and used to the mechanics, so it's a little easier.
Right.
It's going to be like Nick playing The Witcher 3 at the end versus day 1 when he played it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's the same shit.
Yeah.
But the problem is they listen to these top players, because one player bitched and made a video, and then it created this giant conversation. And next thing you know, they're nerfing it. And they're like, they use the example, we want people to be able to use other guns in raids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But listen, because the hitbox on the divinity is so big, it's the only thing that I can hit on target. I'm like a stormtrooper. Anyways.
So just slap a red shirt on whatever you're hitting and shooting at. You'll be fine.
Just play with a controller. You'll
A red shirt.
Well, that might take 2 subs.
Was that a Star Trek reference mixed with a Star Wars one?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was creative.
May the force be with you.
Oh God. Atrax just held up that like live long and prosper hand signal and then said, "May the force be with you." But anyways, do you like Star Wars: The Old Republic? Do you like Destiny 2?
Yes.
Do you like World of Warcraft?
Yes.
Do you like Guild Wars 2?
Yes.
Do you like Lord of the Rings Online? Or Final Fantasy 14?
No.
Or do you like Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you like The Witcher 3?
I like watching.
It's pretty good.
I like watching streamers that play with Triss.
Yeah.
Oh my God. All right, Anyways,
Not Yennefer fans.
my point being, it's Yennefer or die. AIE is the place for you if you play any of these games and many, many, many more. So if all this sounds fun to you, we have a guild calendar with many weekly fun nights. This is exactly what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when I read what Marcus wrote.
Wait, can I just repeat it then? Do you like Star Wars: The Old Republic? Do you like Destiny 2? Do you like World of Warcraft? Do you like Guild Wars 2? Do you like Lord of the Rings Online? Do you like Final Fantasy 14? If you do, then AIE is the place for you.
Yep.
We have a guild calendar with many weekly fun events. All you have to do is go to aie-guild.org, get the Discord information at the top right-hand corner of the guild, ask for a guild invite, no matter what game you play. And if you play The Witcher 3, you better like Triss, because we would love to have you.
There you go.
Nick, do you got to use the bathroom?
I sure do. So we'll be right back.
Jeez, Nick, hurry up. We're trying to finish this podcast.
And we're back. So this week we're talking about more gaming news with Doritos. And Marcus is asleep for some reason. I'm not really sure why.
Dude,
I think your gas killed him.
I was
thought you fumigated them.
stretching. No, dude, I was stretching my neck. It's sore.
You look like a pelican trying to swallow
A hot dog.
A hot dog.
Oh my god.
You know when they toss their head straight back and they're like trying to get it to go down.
Can you do that again?
That's
you know,
awesome.
this week, unfortunately, Chronic couldn't be with us.
Yep, he didn't die.
No, I said he couldn't be
Couldn't
with
make
us.
it.
I know it just
Yeah.
sounded
Couldn't
like
make it.
he's no longer with us.
There's actually been some cool things that have been announced this week
Yes,
and released. Like we did get a new game released, which was Overwatch 2.
Yep.
And I wanted to take a little bit of time to talk about it because this has a lot to do with your Destiny 2's games, your Destiny 2 games, and other games that get a sequel of some sort. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like for me, hearing Overwatch 2, I'm like, okay, is it going to be the exact same game and they're just going to rename it so they can sell it for $40 or $50 or $60, whatever it is?
right.
Or no, it's free to play. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's I looked a little bit into it because I actually really enjoyed the first Overwatch when it came out because it reminded me a lot of Team Fortress 2. And I think that is true for a lot of people.
Okay.
And
I enjoyed Oh my god, I enjoyed Overwatch a lot as well. I didn't play it competitively, but
I
me neither.
I got the collector's edition because I was so excited for it.
yeah.
I still have my case for the Origins edition. I pre-ordered it on Xbox. Because I thoroughly enjoyed playing casually. I could never play it regularly, like seriously or anything like that. But as a casual game, I loved it. It was a lot of fun playing Roadhog and just trying to like hook people and pull them into my team.
You were that
then-
guy.
Yeah, and then my teammates, my friends would just like shoot you down and there was no escape. It
Right.
was a lot of fun. But now here we are so many years later.
Right.
Overwatch 2, according to this article that I'm reading from .esports on October 5th, which is yesterday, they've noticed or they've marked some differences. They've noted some differences. Overwatch 1, you had to pay for it. Overwatch 2, free to play. Overwatch 1 had loot boxes that you could get from in-game currency and from other in-game. I think it was like you could play 3 games and then you would get a loot box. You could play another 3 games, you'd get one. You could like daily collect loot boxes for playing. And that was how you would unlock skins and stuff like that.
Right.
Now they are replacing the loot boxes with a season pass in Overwatch 2. There's free tier rewards. They are paid tier rewards.
Okay.
I don't actually know what the tier rewards are.
I
I'm
can
sure.
imagine it's something similar to Halo Infinite or Call of Duty. Where
Yeah.
it's like you get like essentially if you pay for them, the unlocks, then like you get every single one. Otherwise, like every third one is free. I think is how Call of Duty does it.
Right. And I can't confirm this, but I have heard that unlocking characters is in the free track of the battle pass.
That sounds reasonable.
So, yeah.
Everything has a battle pass now. I think Destiny and Bungie have made it so that people realize that seasons, because they're the ones that really perfected this, doing the seasons or battle pass is really, it's, for me, I think it's an awesome idea because it gives you a track to earn shit in the game that incentivizes you to play the game. SWTOR copied it. Everybody does it.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that Overwatch is doing a battle pass because it keeps people engaged. But I look at it as Overwatch as just another Call of Duty. Like, you're going to earn stuff, but it's not like, maybe I'm just old. I like an MMO style game where like it just goes on, because essentially you're playing the same game mode over and over and over and over and over again.
Right.
In Overwatch. And it's
There's
like,
different game modes though.
Yeah, but it's still just, at the end of the day, it's the same thing. Like, just like Call of Duty, domination or team deathmatch.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to play
Overwatch?
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, Overwatch 2 is planning on adding some additional modes and things like that later, but that's not currently released.
Okay.
So, like, they plan on announcing a single-player mode with, I don't know what all is in details, but it does say in this article, they have announced that a single-player mode is coming sometime in 2023. So that is a new thing that will be introduced in Overwatch 2, in addition to more PvE style game modes.
You know, I don't mind that in a free to play game. You know, if I paid for that, I'd be pretty pissed. There's like wait and release the game in its whole. But if it's free to play like this, I don't mind. Like, okay, hey, we're gonna give this later because it's not done yet. Like, okay, fine. You know,
and that's where it kind of, for me, changes from a new game release to just a game update. Right. Now Overwatch is updated into Overwatch 2. It's not a new game, and one of the reasons for me that this does not sell as new game, it sells as update, is because, congratulations, there are 3 whole new heroes.
And that's it.
And that's it.
Yay.
Yeah, a whole new game, and they've got 3 new heroes. Now, I understand that they have revamped a lot of characters. They've changed how some characters work. Now, I don't know what the extent is. Maybe it's very minimal just to fit the new play style. But to me, how big Overwatch was moving into Overwatch 2, I expected at least 5, maybe 10 new characters. Considering it's supposed to be a whole new game. It's supposed to be the sequel, Overwatch 2.
Right.
No, I agree. Getting 3 new characters.
Doritos, have you ever played Overwatch?
Yeah, I played it for a little bit. It's not my style of game, so I didn't really enjoy it, but I did have fun when I played it. So
just messing around.
And I'm kind of going back with Marcus, what you had kind of hit on last week as well with, you know, I can't remember who was saying it, but if you were to go out and try to get Overwatch 1, it's not going to be there anymore. You can't play it.
Well, I think that's the free to play model. So basically what they're saying is Overwatch is becoming a live service game.
Right.
And this is going to be it for Overwatch, and they'll just keep updating it. And it's their way out of having you to pay for the game, and it's going to allow them to do other monetization things that people might complain about, but they're going to be like, fuck you, you're not paying for the game.
Right. Right. Because it's free to play, you can get away with other stuff, like not having a story mode if they had talked about it before and things like that.
Right. Look at what they did to Diablo Immortal in that mobile game, and what a fucking gotcha game that is. And you know what all of these games did. Star Wars Battlefront 2 in the beginning, they're like, we'll just make loot boxes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
That's a good point. It's really, but to both of your points, Atrax being upset that it's not really a new game, and Marcus's point, like, they had to rebrand it as a new game to make it a free to play model, because now it's not. And I understand why they didn't. They're they shut down Overwatch 1 in favor of this because it really is just a game update.
Wait,
that's changing the model of the game, you know?
did they already shut off Overwatch 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's they literally, like, it was a giant patch update. I think it was on the 4th. And it was, they just now, when you use the same launcher, you just straight up update Overwatch into Overwatch 2, and you use the same everything. You launch
So it's
into
not
the
a
game,
new game.
and people that have bought Overwatch 1, all of those items and cosmetics, or I don't know what the extent is, but a majority of your stuff transfers over into Overwatch 2. And now, if you want all of those characters in Overwatch 2, you have to either get them through playing in-game or through the battle pass or something.
But they transfer everything that you bought from the first version of the game got transferred.
All the skins.
So why didn't
transferred over? Right.
They should have just called it Overwatch 2.0.
Yeah, instead like this is game
Or
update
something.
2.0.
Not called it a new game.
Yeah, because
Right.
it's clearly just a big update to change the format of the game to make it a free to play model with that, battle pass and everything.
The thing that I found the most interesting, and I don't know why they did it, was they went from a 6v6 to a 5v5.
Yeah, that I don't really understand.
And
that changes the meta dramatically.
Well,
I think that was the purpose.
Just to mix it up to make people relearn stuff.
Well, and I'll let you continue, Marcus, but from what I have heard from how Overwatch developed is originally they had a great cast of characters and a good meta, and then they released a character that was so broken it completely changed how they had to look at the game. And so then they started needing to make more and more changes to accommodate this character. And with the new characters coming in, it just like the whole game changed. So to me, this also, like, to tie it back to what Marcus was saying, I'll let you continue, Marcus. The 5v5 now, in addition to that format, only one tank character is allowed in addition, or as opposed to in 6v6, I think you could have two. And they called these things, it was like an off tank. There was a main tank and an off tank.
Yeah.
And so the purpose was to change the meta again and get it back to, I don't know. That's where I think you have to be in the Overwatch community to really
understand
that finesse and that change.
The hard part for me is, in a game like Call of Duty or Overwatch, I don't like I always say the more player, like they should have done 7v7. I know that would have fucking completely changed the game, but I like the option to play with all of my friends. That's my biggest gripe about Destiny, that most of the content is 3-person.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So and then you get 4 of your Nick, Atrax, and I are playing, and Doritos signs in. We can only do Gambit or PvP together. We can't do any of the other content in the game.
Yeah, because
it's locked between 3 players. So now,
or we got to get another 2 for a raid, right?
Right, exactly. But then on top of it, think about all those Overwatch teams, right? Think about all of the Overwatch teams who had 6 people. Now one of those players is not on that Overwatch team anymore because they changed the amount of players.
Right.
Yeah.
Overnight. So if you're a professional esports player, or you're just the 4 of us plus 2,
right?
Who are we kicking off the team?
Right.
Yep.
Marcus, your KD is 0.47.
Yeah.
Time to go.
Hit the bricks, buddy, or go find a new team.
Or now it's like, well, we had 2 tank players and we can only have 1 now, so we're getting rid of one of our tanks. Sorry, you're the off-rolling tank. You're out of here.
Right. That's
later.
So is the new thing 1 tank, 2 DPS, and
2 healers?
2 healers? I think they're one.
I don't know what the official. I can look it up, but all I know is that they for sure changed it to 1 tank.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can understand. I can wrap my brain around that, but
yeah.
I remember there being when I would play, there would be essentially what you're describing. Someone would be a tank, the dude with the giant shield. I forget.
Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt. It's okay, that's clearly the tank, right? And then you'd have someone else who's not really a tank, like a Roadhog or whatever the player you played as.
Roadhog's definitely a tank, but yeah.
Or
I would consider him a tank, yeah.
or maybe like Bridget is the other one that's like a shield, and like I never played when that character was out.
That was the game breaking one, I think, because she
Yeah.
was so tanky, but she gave health, so she was like a healer too.
Yeah, that's too many roles, and did like DPS I think a lot too.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think I can see how that would be a problem. That makes sense. I never played with Bridget. That was after my time, but
Yeah. Same.
my characters were the Egyptian one with not the snipery Healy one.
The floating orbs, Zenyatta.
No, not Zenyatta. It was like that she had like wings and stuff and shot
Valkyrie?
missiles. I don't remember her name. I think it was just Farah.
Oh, yeah, Farah.
Farah, yeah. And then Farah, Junkrat, and Soldier.
Junkrat's fun. Auto aim.
Yep.
Mine was Diva and Soldier.
Diva and Soldier. Oh yeah, Diva. I could tank with Diva too.
Yeah. Doritos?
I just died a lot.
Nerf this. Explosion. Anywho, meanwhile,
Doritos.
Yeah, what did you play with Doritos? Way
Oh,
back
geez,
when?
it's been so. I don't remember who I played on. It's been that long, so
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough.
So did you guys see that they're making a new Super Mario animated movie?
Yes, and
I
the trailer
did.
dropped. Have you guys clicked the link?
I
will
watched
have-
it.
I watched
the
it.
show.
You know, I think I'm more excited that Jack Black is back as Bowser, or just Jack Black is back. Jack Black is back
Yeah.
because I really like him as an actor.
Yeah.
Because he's a part of the I don't give a fuck crew. Like that guy gives zero fucks about anything,
Yeah.
Right.
and he's a perfect Bowser.
He
me.
sounds really good in the trailer.
Yeah,
I will say
Yeah.
I don't like Chris Pratt as Mario. You get like 3 lines in the trailer, but it's just like, I don't know. I wish he was trying to be Mario a little bit. Like you don't have to be full like, oh, it's me. I just made it Mickey Mouse, but
it's a me, Mario.
yeah. Let's go.
Let's go, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, it's
I like
just like
Charlie Day's Luigi though.
yes, I like Charlie Day as Luigi, but Chris Pratt as Mario is just Chris Pratt. Like it's Star-Lord. It's
Right.
it's the dude from Jurassic World. Like
Who would you cast?
Can I just
honestly
say
like
something?
the original guy? Like I don't know, or somebody, some voice actor that can like kind of split the difference. You have like a deeper voice, right? And then you can like transition into like maybe he gets scared and he says the catchphrase is all high pitched. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Or he like powers up. He's like eats a mushroom and he's bigger, and then he gets the higher pitched voice or something. You know what I mean?
I'm
Like you
just
can split the difference. And I mean, granted, I just saw like 10 seconds of talking in the trailer, so
Right.
maybe it is like that. But I didn't like that it was just Chris Pratt's regular voice. That's all.
I love the fact that Luigi is Dayman, fighter of the night, man. Yeah.
Champion of the sun.
Sun. I just think
he knows karate.
yeah, exactly. Like Charlie is such a good character for Luigi, and I'm
Yep.
hoping that they make Luigi like the dumb idiot brother,
Yep.
just like that goofy,
Charlie.
like yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like
yeah.
I hope that he just gets you know what I mean, kind of a thing. Like I just hope that fits the bill, and Mario's like, we gotta save the peach.
And he's like, "Oh my god, there's
Yeah.
ghosts everywhere."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very personally, I would thoroughly enjoy the movie if they make it just average story. Like they don't have to shoot for anything high. They've
Yeah.
got a great cast. They have a great setup for the story. Basic story, I think it'll be thoroughly enjoyable.
I
I'm
will say,
excited based off the trailer.
I agree. And the graphics look incredible.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I will
Well
say that.
animated.
yeah, it's on Unreal Engine 5, broskies.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
That makes sense. It looks beautiful.
That's
That's exciting.
my dream Mario would be like it starts off and the whole movie starts off with 1-1.
Oh, that would be great.
You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
Like this Mario's going to save the princess, and like that's how the movie starts.
Title screen 1-1.
Yeah,
And
1-1
He's playing
and
his
like
own game.
There's
yeah,
chapters.
no, well, not like a game, but like real life. But like it
Yeah.
ends with him going and realizing that he was duped, and now he's got to go chase Bowser for
to
real.
the next castle.
That would be pretty cool.
All right, here's a crazy question.
Okay.
Doritos, which Mario is your favorite?
ooh,
Whoa.
I'm gonna go with Super Mario 3 when it came out.
Okay,
Good
good
choice.
choice.
Great one.
I say that because I still have. So when I started moving around the country, I um went back home to Tennessee and got my original NES. So I have my original NES I had when I was a kid growing up with all the games. So I can play. I can play one. I got 1, 2, and 3 on the original cartridges. So yeah,
That's awesome.
Yep. I think Super Mario 3 is the one I've played the most.
That seems to be the most popular one of
That's
the
not my
original
favorite.
Marios.
Well, no, I'm saying of all the Marios,
Right.
but that's not my favorite. My favorite is Super Mario World for the Super Nintendo.
Ooh, that's a
Like
good
that
one.
hands down, because like Super Mario 3 like integrated like a map to follow,
Yeah.
but like Super Mario World like there were empty spots in the map and you had to find keys, and then like you would find a key but that wasn't actually the right way, or like you would beat it normal but you would realize that in order to actually progress the story you have to find the key.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's awesome. And I still have this
Yeah.
game. I bought one of those things. If anybody out there, you Google like FC Twin console.
Oh, I played this a lot too.
Yes, that's the one you probably like. That's the best Mario ever. But
Super
anyways,
Mario World. No, I played this. Yeah, this a lot.
yeah,
With
but
the one with Yoshi, which is
Yeah.
Super Mario World.
yes, yeah, Super Mario 3 introduced flying Mario. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Yes.
Yeah.
I bought an FC Twin, and that is a regular Nintendo and Super Nintendo, like system, so you can play either Super Nintendo games or regular Nintendo games.
Yep.
And I just
Oh,
would,
okay.
and I bought like I love going to like retro game stores and finding old like games. Like I've been on a hunt forever to find Battletoads for the regular Nintendo.
It's hard to find, supposedly.
Yes,
Yeah,
I know
it's a good
that.
one.
But like that's why like I'm going to Kansas City, Missouri in a couple of weeks. I'm helping my mom move out there, and when I do, I told my sister, she's like, "Oh, Marcus, do you want to go to like a brewery?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, I want to go to a retro game store and a comic book shop." And she's like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I'm like, "No, I'm trying to find
Yeah.
Battletoads." You know what I mean? And like everybody, yeah, like I'd be willing to spend $50 for it if I can find one with the box.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like that is, yeah, that's like, but there's shit like that. Like I have all the Super Star Wars games for Super Nintendo, Super Star Wars, Super Empire Strikes Back, Super Return of the Jedi. And like, I challenge any of you guys to like go back and try to play one of those games.
Oh, they're so hard.
They're so hard
tough.
because like you're used to like our mechanics of today, where it's like those guys are just like it's straight up, straight down, or like at a perfect 45-degree angle.
Yeah, and that's
Right,
all you
like-
get.
Yeah, that's all you get.
Yeah.
Like I went back and played Mega Man 3. I couldn't
Oh,
even
it's
beat the
hard.
first boss, which was like Electro or whatever.
Yes,
Didn't-
I played Mega Man 3. Hold the phone.
Yeah, and like you can't, like I can't even do it. I can't.
And then you remember as a kid, you were just like blazing through it, and you're like,
Yes.
how? How could I
This
do
is-
this as a kid? And now
Get
as
the
an
boss
adult,
list.
years later, this is so much more difficult. I can pop heads in Call of Duty. I can't jump on a platform.
Yes, the first one is Spark Man.
Oh my god, I remember this. And no, I remember it being very hard when I was a kid too.
but like
Sparkman.
yeah,
No, just
Spark
in general.
Man.
I remember I got to like the fourth boss,
I don't-
and I could not get by him.
but like that's what I'm saying. Like I love this shit. Like this is my childhood, and like when we go to Rhode Island, like I'll bring the console, and like I'll play Mario with the kids. Or another Super Nintendo game that I loved as a kid was called F-Zero.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And it
that
was like
game was
super,
awesome.
futuristic,
Falcon.
like car racing, but your car hovers, and if you go off the track, it like electrocutes you. Like,
Yeah. The one I liked that was
Yes.
like that was Pole Position.
I never played that.
Yep.
and like the boosters, like this was like, I was like, this is what cars are gonna look like when I'm old.
Right.
And now I'm old, and now we have Teslas.
Same thing,
Yeah.
basically.
Well,
Close
it's pretty much
enough.
the same shit. Yeah, for sure. Like
Put some
straight up.
underglow on there.
Oh, for sure. My brother-in-law just bought a Tesla. It's a spaceship. Like it's not
Yeah.
even a car. Oh my god. Listen to that. Oh my God.
Our
Nostalgia
viewers
right
can't
now.
hear this, but they are looking it up, Jamie.
Yes. I mean, you might be able to hear it. I've got it playing through my external
No, you
speakers.
can't. Not through our mics.
Mute City 1.
Yes, look at this. The graphics were so sick back in the day.
And they're terrible now. I mean, there is a lot of colors, though.
It
Yeah.
looks like you tapped your iPhone 3 times to go like invert mode.
Yeah.
And the color. Oh, wait. Atrax isn't a human being. He has an Android.
Yeah, I'm just a bot.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking
so-
of robots, while they get all nostalgia like, I will do my next little point here real quick. So I started playing Lost Ark when it came out, and
What
It
game?
is-
What's that about? Is that the
it's-
dinosaurs one?
no, so it's like an
That's Ark
MMO,
Survival,
kind
yeah.
of like that's Ark Survival is the dinosaur
Oh.
one. Lost
Oh.
Ark is kind of, it reminds me a lot of Diablo.
It's a
in its
Diablo
play
Path
style.
of Exile MMO.
Yeah, it's
okay.
an
It's,
MMO.
what is it called? Isometric?
I think so. I think
Like,
that's
so
what
if
it's
your
called. It's like a
character's here,
2.5D.
You're
I
up
think
here
is
on
what
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
corner. You're,
Yeah.
It's a dungeon crawler
Yeah.
style game.
I got it.
It looks exactly like Diablo, and I really enjoy the art style, like the animations for all of the different weapons and attacks and stuff. It's super, super cool, but I kind of lost interest in it for a while. But then I saw the new Rage Against the Machinist update, which introduces a new class, the Machinist Advanced class, which uses machine guns and laser weapons, and it has a drone and has all sorts of cool stuff. And it looks
A
pretty
laser.
neat to me. Lasers, yes.
Laser.
Lasers. It's got all sorts of cool stuff, and there's a new raid. So I'm gonna reinstall it tonight and play it and see what the new class looks like, and maybe it will get me back into it, maybe not. I know I still have a couple of friends that play it, so
I have a hard
I had
time.
to at least mention it.
Yeah, no, I'm glad you did. Lost Ark is really popular. If you look at
Yeah.
the Steam charts, it's still in the top 10 of the most played games.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wow.
it's
one of the
super
most played.
popular.
it's a lot of fun.
I personally have never played it because I don't have much more time. Like, I don't have any extra time to play it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Nick, you won't like this game
I
No,
know.
this is
I just wanna
not
see what it
your
looks
game.
like.
at all. I don't know. Well, you like it. Doritos, you ever play Lost Ark?
No, I haven't played that one.
Oh yeah, it's not my jam. I can see how this is popular, but yeah, right away the art style and gameplay style.
Well, the
I'm
art
out.
style looks dope as shit.
No, it looks cool,
Right.
but this is not my style of game. You're 100% right.
Right, like top down, clicky click. I can't.
I'm all set.
I'm too much of a crazy clicker in intense moments. Like, I can't handle shit. So like when I was playing SWTOR rating, like I would hit my taunt button like 50 times, even though it only works once, just to make sure that it worked.
yeah.
Yep.
So like this, you're like clicking to move and hitting the one key to do an attack. I would just fuck that up. That's why when I
Right.
played Diablo 3 on the Switch, I was like, this is the best
Way to do
Diablo
that.
experience. This is the best way to play Diablo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I getcha.
All right.
Last question, last like bullet point, I suppose, was like that. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a PS5 before God of War Ragnarok comes out, which brings the question: do I just wait to play it, or do I play it on PS4 and it's not as good graphics?
Oh, you can't play it on PS4. That's fucking gone. Don't do it.
All right,
Like that's like
Yeah. I
That's-
can confirm.
that's like eating cold maple syrup
well, wait, what's wrong with cold maple syrup? That's a bad example.
on a hot pancake.
Yeah.
You're gonna pour cold maple syrup on a hot pancake.
I've done it most of the times I've eaten pancakes.
I'll
Wait,
put it to you.
so
this
wait.
way.
So if I go in your refrigerator, your maple syrup is in the fridge.
I don't even have maple syrup.
But if you did, would it be in the fridge?
No,
fuck no.
No, it would be in the cabinet.
Exactly. Thank you very much. You're proving my point.
Yeah,
Moving on.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say, Nick, I can.
I thought
played
you
the
meant like
original God of
heating it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I played the whatever the most recent one is on.
Yeah, God of War
PlayStation
PS4.
4 and also on PS5. They made some like graphical updates and whatnot for it.
Yeah.
The difference was substantial, and if you could, I would highly recommend playing it on both of them on PS5 because it was significantly better.
Oh no, I played the first one on PS4 like all the way through with all the things, but the only thing I didn't really do was I didn't beat all the Valkyries because that was fucking extremely hard to do. But
Yeah.
Outside of that, I did most of the other stuff. But yeah, okay. So I guess the answer is I'm just gonna wait and get a PS5 because it comes out in early November, right about when I'm going to World Cup, and I'm not gonna have the $550 hairs to spend on it.
You're not. It's over. You're not getting one until the new year.
Yeah, and I can live with that.
No, of course. I'm
Yeah.
just saying that, like, I had that 1 week time, and I checked every day because Walmart you could get the Horizon Forbidden West
yeah.
special, and it was it was $550, and I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Oh no, I'm not. I'm gonna buy it. No, I'm not.
Yeah, if I wasn't playing crazy amounts of paintball, I would have bought it.
Right,
then, but I didn't.
And I almost bought it and was like, Nick, pay me back. But then I'm like, this dude is spending like $4,000 a month on paintball. He can't pay me back. So, like, I'm not gonna buy.
There
it,
you go.
You know.
Yeah. No.
And I have an i9 12,900K to buy with a new motherboard and 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM. Exactly. But I will say this: I'm really curious to see how this God of War sale goes, because
I bet you it sells like crazy in opening.
Yeah, but is it going to sell on the PS4 or PS5? Because PS5s,
people don't have a PS5.
Like, people do have them, but it's still like the fact that the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are not sitting on a Target floor is asinine to me.
Yeah,
it's all controlled manipulation to keep demand high.
Yeah. Even though there's like Xbox is way easier than PlayStation.
Because Xbox came out and said, we are going to double production, and Sony's like, supply chains. No, it's bullshit. You want to keep the demand high to make your console last for more years.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if everybody doesn't have a PlayStation 5 for 3 years after your console comes out, you're stretching your console for another 5-10 years on top of it.
Right. Yeah, I actually heard, speaking of consoles, I saw an article that I forgot to put in the notes that from IGN, I think it was, that the Xbox Series S is getting a price drop and a free controller. So for $250, the cheaper version, this S, you get it goes from, instead of $300, it's dropping to $250, and you get a free Xbox controller.
That's what I have.
Yeah.
So for me playing Roblox, Minecraft Dungeon, Minecraft, and Destiny 1, it's fucking fantastic. Oh, Lego Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's perfect. I don't need anything else. My computer is the beast.
Right.
You know,
yeah.
I honestly, I'm a PC gamer, so I don't need an Xbox Series X. But if I was a console gamer, I would have the X.
Same.
You know what I mean?
100% same.
Yeah, me
but
too.
You can't go wrong for an Xbox Series S for $250.
No, that's our whole run. That's a great move.
Well,
especially if it has 2 controllers.
I know. That's crazy. That's like that's a no-brainer for like a family trying to get games for their kids.
Right.
Do you want to talk about working class questions?
It's time for
working class questions. Quinn asks, so whose line is it anyway? It's usually Marcus's line, and he forgot.
Why does this always bombard Marcus?
I'm gonna take this literally and say, whose line does it belong to from the show? And my favorite character is Ryan Stiles. Well, he's not a character; he's a person. But
my favorite didn't matter because the points didn't matter. They're all made up.
Oh, that's a good point, Doritos.
Great call, Doritos.
Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter.
Yep, I would say Wayne Brady because of his singing. Yeah, his impressions are pretty good too. His accents.
I personally love all of it.
Yeah, all of the all the above. I that whole show is awesome.
Yeah.
I will say though, just like, you know, some people, like, it's very, very rare that people look worse or like weirder when they're skinny as opposed to fat. And I gotta say, Drew Carey is one of those people. Like when he got super skinny, he looked like an alien. And like
Yeah, he did look
99.99999% of the people look better when they are skinnier. They look like healthier and stuff. But like he looked like his facial structure had developed to be a fat person, and then like he got skinny, and it looked like he was something like the ratio was off. Something ain't right.
Maybe he lost too much weight.
Yeah, I don't know. I just remember seeing him on there like in the late episodes, being like, "Oh, you look weird."
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
Have you seen him on The Price is Right lately?
Is it the same?
Oof,
it's
weird.
Like
that's Drew Carey. You're sitting there looking at it going, Drew Carey.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, he's got the beard and everything now.
Oh yeah, that's weird. That is weird. He looks like somebody from like Jurassic Park.
If you didn't know who that was, you'd be going, no, that's not the same guy from the Drew Carey show,
right?
Years ago.
Wow, yeah.
See what I mean?
Like a skinny George R.R. Martin.
Yes.
Something.
Or like he just reminds me of like Darwin or something.
Yeah.
Wow. That's weird. But
the
hey,
Colonel.
The Colonel.
The beards are boss, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
DL Smooth asks, what is your favorite brand of chips? Is it Doritos?
No. What was your first? Hold on, that's a different question.
Your first brand.
What was your first brand of chips if it was Doritos? I'm not sure what you mean, but first brand of chips you remember having, I guess?
Pringles.
Probably Pringle. I think it was like Ruffles or something, the crinkly potato chip.
I think mine was Funyuns.
Oof. But are Funyuns a chip? That's Funyuns, though. Is that really a chip?
The ones I remember were Tim's.
No,
anything that's in a bag that is crunchy like that is a chip to me.
Wait. What was your first one, Atrax?
Tim's. Like the
organic brand?
The red and yellow bag. They had like sea salt and vinegar, and then they had jalapeno.
It's probably a regional thing then.
No, I have never seen that before in my life.
That must be like a weird West Coast thing.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's for these people that are on the
Tim's
wrong
and Kerr's
time zone.
and what are some of the others over there?
Kerr I've seen.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember. I haven't seen Kerr's. That's funny.
No, I was gonna say shout out to I definitely spelled that wrong, or like Utz chips, but
Ups.
What chips? I think it's Lay's that does like a sour cream and onion, or like the cheese. Well, not sour cream and onion. It's like a
Ruffles. It's cheddar and sour cream.
Cheddar and sour cream.
Oh yeah, those are.
We used to have that when I was a kid. There was like a staple in the pantry. There was always the cheddar sour cream chips.
Yeah.
And then like sometimes there'd be the honey barbecue, but not always. But like you could always count on the cheddar sour cream being there.
That's fun. I remember one time, to bring it back to what we were talking about earlier with camping. I was camping with a huge group of our friends. It was like, I don't know, 3 or 4 families. We went out into the middle of the foresty desert out here in Oregon. And we had like one bag of nacho cheese Doritos that was like kind of considered the primo chip, because all the other ones we had were just like original, but these were the nacho cheese Doritos. And I was pretty young. I was 4 or 5, and I was kind of struggling to open the bag because I was kind of a weak kid.
I see where this is going.
And one of the older kids, his name was Alex. I think he was like 12 or 13 at the time. He grabbed the bag from me. He was like, you're a little kid. You don't know what to do. And he squeezed the top of it.
Oh no.
And it went poof, and it blasted open the bottom, and all of the chips fell out onto the floor. And because it was kind of in the desert, it was really dusty, and so it's just a huge plume of dust then came up and over all the chips. And so all of us kids gathered up as many as we could, and we were like shaking them in our hands to get all the dust off. We were like, yeah, this one seems good. And then we'd eat it, and yeah.
It's like only a little bit of grit.
Right, yeah. I was like, well, it's dusty anyway.
Yeah, well, my grandfather told me when I was camping when I was young, because God made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Just a little bit's okay.
A little bit of dirt is okay. A lot of bit of dirt, and you'll eventually find some anthrax. So
Good
don't eat too much dirt. What was I gonna say? So Sovi asks a question for Doritos. Doritos, what is your favorite flavor of Doritos?
Okay, favorite flavor of Doritos. So for those who know that, at least in SWTOR, I have what of all of the characters, 40 plus characters are Doritos flavors. My favorite is the spicy sweet chili right now.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That is my
yeah,
favorite
those are
purple
good.
oh
bag.
yeah, a man of culture.
A close second is the salsa verde.
Salsa verde
All
is
right.
good too.
That's I like that one too.
I can't find that almost ever, but it is good.
Yeah, me neither.
My favorite is Cool Ranch.
I can respect Cool Ranch. It is not my favorite, but I can
Yep.
respect it.
Same. Cool Ranch, and then the spicy sweet chili is second. Those two are.
Yeah, spicy sweet chili, aka the purple bag, is my favorite for sure.
Yeah.
Although I do like the ones that are rolled up that are the spicy chili lemon ones. Those are good too.
Spicy
Oh,
chili.
yeah.
Really? Doritos?
Yep.
Well, you are on it today, Jamie.
Yeah, I'm looking up everything. Oh, this Doritos Dynamite.
Yep.
I never had that.
Or sorry, Dynamita Chili Limon.
Yeah.
I've never seen those. Those look like Takis, but a different brand.
Yeah,
Yep.
like I
Yeah.
have no idea what those are.
Basically, yeah.
Like-
So they're Takis, but the Doritos brand.
Right.
Oh,
Takis Fuego is what I usually get.
I see.
I always eat those with chopsticks though, because like if you get that on your hand, it's just like the super red McReddington. It's different than regular Cheeto or Dorito dust.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any hobbies besides gaming? If so, what are they? Same question for each of the hosts. And no cabinetry, paintball, and content creation. They are not hobbies, as you get paid for them.
I don't get paid for paintball.
No,
I pay a lot of money for paintball.
Yes,
I think it's
And
just because we do it.
and
so
it says not Twitch either. So, Doritos.
Obscure.
So-
oh yeah, start with Doritos.
So hobbies. So I do need to get back into this, but when my father's mother passed away, I inherited the stamp collection. So
Okay.
when we lived out in Wyoming, I started getting into the stamp collecting and started getting the catalogs and seeing what all things were worth. And it is a substantial stamp collection. So that's kind of one of the hobbies that's kind of sitting in the hall closet right now is the whole philatelist stamp collecting side of things.
Very
That's
cool.
awesome.
Philatelist. That's a great like trivia question.
Oh,
What do you
yeah.
call somebody that collects stamps?
What is a stamp collector?
A philatelist.
Philatelist. I don't remember when I learned that, but that was like an elementary school question, I think.
I learned that from
I
Family
failed
Guy.
out of that.
And then you have like, then you have a bunch of little kids running around going philatelist at recess.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's hobbies would be spending money on the kids and the fam. That's life. So I don't know if that counts as a hobby either.
Fair enough. A-Trax, how about you? Besides the gaming stuff,
It's
what else
tough
do you
'cause
like?
That's all I do is gaming and content creation. I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose I do have like collections. So I do enjoy one of my favorite bands. Well, not one of my favorite band ever is Dance Gavin Dance. So I enjoy going to their concerts whenever they're in town and getting signed merch or just really merch in general from all of the different concerts that I've been to. And then just collecting random stuff. I like collecting shot glasses from places that I've been to. So that's kind of fun. And then
Yeah.
whatever random Harley Quinn memorabilia I can get my
Yeah.
I've got a couple of different, like Funko Pops stuff. I've got some comics. So that's about it. Yeah, mostly just collecting gaming stuff.
That's cool. Marcus?
Yeah.
It's hard for me.
Yeah, because all of our big stuff got excluded.
No. Well, yeah. So I would say I collect art and I collect comic books.
For me, so I've got paintball's excluded, gaming is excluded, podcast is obviously excluded. Those are the three big ones, obviously. Outside of that, like I don't anymore, but I used to collect Treehouse beer cans, particularly the rare releases. but then like I stopped going frequently. I used to live like 20 minutes from there. And if you don't know what that is, it's a craft beer company that used to be super. I mean, it's still very popular, but there's a lot of craft beer breweries out there that like make similar products. It's not as high prestige now. Oh, I'm actually wearing a Treehouse hat today just by complete and utter coincidence. But
Crazy.
I used to collect those cans. That's funny that came up.
Funny. Ha. Ha.
Anyways, the
Marcus B814 cheers 100 bits. Ha 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 ha. You're an idiot. Ha ha. Sorry.
dude, whenever someone else does that, it's like 10% as funny as whoever sent it. Like whenever I send that to you, or I've done it to Atrax, I think too, and Chimeri, I always like am absolutely just cackling, laughing on the other side of it, and it's like not that funny to the viewer or to the streamer. But if you send that, I don't know.
No, it's funny to the viewer too.
It's I
100%.
get I get a lot of enjoyment out of that.
Me too. My favorite
totally
now
is.
is Chimera. My favorite is now that Chimeri plays Pokemon. So I'll just do them instead of ha ha ha. It'll just be balls, 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 Pokeballs, balls, 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 Pokeballs, balls, balls, balls. And he just gets so mad because he's such a family friendly streamer. But he's like,
Yeah.
or I'll go, what was one of them?
That would be funny to be like pokey balls, pokey balls.
Well, so it won't. It just says poke.
Oh,
Poke,
Yeah.
poke, balls, 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 balls.
maybe if you add a Y, so it says pokey. I don't know. We can experiment next time he streams, but outside of the beer can collection, I don't know. I don't have a whole lot of other stuff. I used to shoot guns on occasion with my father, but I don't do that super duper often now. Yeah. So Fet asks if a new streamer
Feta.
Sorry. Oh, well, you wrote Fet.
Joey.
I just got it. Joey Feta.
So Joey Feta is aka Mr. Frozen Cheddar, aka the least eligible non-bachelor. He's about to get married. Speaking of which, sidebar, in case you forgot, Marcus just learned that Jacob is the most eligible bachelor in the Nerds community.
So if you're looking for somebody who loves playing my
Little Pony Online.
he's your man.
Exactly.
Anyways, what does Feta ask?
Feta asks, if a new streamer / content creator reached out to you and asked for advice, what would you tell them? I would say be consistent. Pick a game and stay with it and present it, I don't know, nicely. And then I would say try to join like a community or something.
I want to go last.
Oh, well, I have like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like barely an affiliate, you know?
Yeah, but you're consistent. Like you're consistent. You stream one night a week. You have a blast doing it. You have bumping music. You wear a Hawaiian shirt. You have great lighting. You hang out. You play the game. And if somebody comes into chat, great. You're going to be playing the game anyways. So you're doing it for the gameplay and for the fun.
Yeah, that's true. I guess that's a good point. Like make yourself a little bit unique if you can. Like obviously I'm not super duper like unique myself. So I like play some fun music and okay, maybe I am, but but like I try to I put on a Hawaiian shirt for no reason. And I wear sunglasses for no reason.
Dude, you have channel redemptions to unbutton and button your thing. I'm pretty sure.
And finish your drink. Yeah.
That's the thing, huh?
That's a good one. I do like that channel redemption. Finish your drink because like if you catch him on a night where like he's had a beer or two before stream and then he fills up one more beer.
Yeah,
you guys are like fill it,
or it's like a cocktail in the Tiki Lorian, and I'm like,
Right.
all
Sorry, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom again.
Doritos,
yeah.
what would you say?
Just don't be afraid to start.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. I mean, I've heard y'all talking about it, and that's kind of like, oh, I just hit the go live button and you do it. There is really no wrong way to start.
I mean, I totally agree. If you've got a camera and you're playing a game and you have the computer to stream, do it. I think that's definitely true. The hardest part is clicking the go live button.
And if you're having fun doing it, that's the point. I mean, that's why I'm streaming more variety stuff, not necessarily just sticking to one game. Is I have fun playing the games that I'm playing and enjoying that.
Right.
Yeah.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
A-Trax, what do you think? Anything to add?
Yeah, for me, I would say like set the goal for what you want to get out of streaming before you start so that you can feel successful no matter what. Because from my perspective, and I think for a lot of people, like it's really difficult because it feels incredibly oversaturated. Like there's
Yeah.
there are millions of streamers, there's millions of content creators on YouTube now. And if your goal is to be like to make it to the top, then set that out beforehand and have a good plan for reaching it. Because if or if you just say, look, my goal isn't to make it to the top, I just want to make sure that I put on a great show for everybody, then that's good too. But have that goal in mind beforehand. You just think like, well, I'll just stream and kind of whatever happens.
That's true.
Also, like, I don't know, it just that can also lead you to feeling like, well, man, I'm not going anywhere. Am I not entertaining enough? Am I, it can really take a toll on the mental if you don't have, yes, you do need to. I agree with Doritos, like just start and go live, but make sure that you still have that goal in mind where, like, at the end of your stream, whether one person or no people were watching or 100 people were watching, you can feel good. I put on a great show for whoever showed up.
Yeah. Great point.
Man, you guys had really great answers. So I have a bunch of advice for a new content creator because there's not just one. First would be to pick a game that is not dead, but that is not the most popular game there is. First and foremost, don't you say, I want to be a content creator. Do not start streaming Call of Duty Warzone
or Fortnite.
Right.
Or whatever the brand.
Like, I understand that that's your jam, but the reality is, if there's 100,000 people or 25,000 people watching streamers, the likelihood that somebody finds you with 0 viewers or 1 viewer or whatever is really slim to none.
Yeah.
That's first. Like, even if it's not your comfort level, pick a game that's going to be around for a while, like a live service game. My second piece of advice, if I'm being, fuck it, I'm going to be completely transparent. You do what you want, but if you would like to make affiliate and like do things that to grow, do not be a variety streamer.
Yeah.
Like, I am first and foremost to say that, like, if your goal is to get your own emotes and to grow your channel, do not be a variety streamer, because it will hold you back. Because if on Tuesday you're playing The Witcher 3, but Wednesday you're playing Call of Duty, Thursday you're playing Destiny 2, and Friday you're playing Guild Wars
Mario
2,
Brothers or whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah.
People are going to be confused.
Yeah.
And you might find a new follower today, and then they're like, oh, I'm off on Friday, I'll come back. And on Friday you're playing My Little Pony online, and they're like,
oh, I didn't really want to watch this.
Well, I don't play this game, and I like this person,
but not that much.
I'm not into this game. I gotta go.
Right.
Yep.
And I understand how hard it is for some people to play one game over and over and over again, because whatever the reason. But I really believe that, like, if your goal is to make affiliate, adapt yourself to one game until you make it there and then switch. But if you really, really, really want to grow in a community, you have to stick to one game.
Yeah.
Yep.
And in my opinion, it has to be a live service game, because if it's not, when you beat it, your only option is, okay, I'm going to play it again.
Yeah.
And I'm going to do different design choices. Like, how many times can you do the story over and over and over again before it's just like,
and then like,
here comes Miranda. Yes, I'm going to go with you, before the conversation even happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then the last thing, I'm going to piggyback on what Nick said about be consistent, and Doritos, just click go live. The biggest thing, my biggest advice, your first stream will not be great.
Yeah, it'll be bad. It'll probably be to like nobody.
Right. No, it's not even, forget the people.
Right.
Your Streamlabs is going to be messed up. You're not going to be able to hear the game sound. You're not going to be able to do this because Nick did like 10 test streams.
I did.
And we were finally like, dude, just go live, because until you actually go live for real for an hour or 2 hours,
Yeah.
you're not going to know if all your settings are wrong. Is my game, like, I remember when I first got my capture card, I streamed Mario Kart. It was so loud that you couldn't even hear me.
Right.
And people were like, what is happening? I was like, I have no idea. But if I only scrolled down on my Streamlabs, I would have saw that they gave the capture card its own sound
bar,
sound bar, and it was maxed out. Like, it was hitting red bars. People were like, Mark, just shut it off. And I just shut off the sound because I couldn't figure it out.
Right.
But after about a half an hour or 40 minutes, I figured it out. It got better. So that's the other thing, is like, don't think your first stream is going to be great, because it's going to suck. Like, it's awesome that you're doing it, but it's not going to be your 6 months down the road stream.
Right.
Yeah. And I want to piggyback off that really quick. And especially when you're starting out, I did this. I know not everybody does this, but watch your VODs back if you can, because that will help you improve things about your own stream. And also, if you can't watch yourself for at least 10 minutes, how can you expect somebody else to? Like genuinely, if you can't entertain yourself for 10 minutes.
Well, there is a factor of like hating your voice and thinking it sounds awkward too.
Right.
But like entertainment wise though, I see what you're saying. Like,
yeah, you have to be able to watch yourself.
Right. Yeah. Like I'm thinking about it. If I went and watched me play a chunk of The Witcher, I would be like entertained. Like I would be comfortable doing that for 10 minutes. You know what I mean?
Right. Like, if you wanted to go back to the spot where you made made the biggest mistake and made the wrong choice and didn't pick Triss, you could go back in your VOD and watch it, and watch me and Atrax destroy you for it, because you're making the biggest mistake of your life. Like,
exactly. Yeah. Yes. Those moments, go back and watch them.
But if you go back and watch that for 10 minutes and you like get to enjoy that moment, you're like, okay, this is pretty good. You know what I mean?
Right.
But my final thing about a new content creator, I want you to realize and appreciate every single person that comes to see you.
That's huge.
Like,
yeah.
And this is probably the last thing I'm saying, because when you're a new streamer, you're seeing big streamers with 50 viewers, 100 viewers, 200 viewers, 1,000 viewers, 10,000 viewers. But if you have one person in your chat that's talking to you, know that motherfucker could be anywhere else, but he's choosing or she's choosing to be in your stream chatting with you.
Yeah.
Cherish that. And if you're a new streamer, after that stream, message that person and say, thank you so much. Because I'm telling you,
it makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference. I thank people all the time for just coming around. All the time. Because they're taking their time out of their day to come hang out with my dumb ass.
Right.
Yeah.
Doritos is like ready for me to go live every time.
Well, when you said you weren't going live that week, me and Doritos got on the train. Like, what the fuck? You're ruining our Monday.
I know.
Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
You're taking the day off. Like, I have like 30 minutes I get to watch you and you're going to bail. Suck less. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I
felt bad.
No, but don't feel bad. But my point is.
Feel bad. You're supposed to.
Well, all right. But
are you not entertained?
Yes, but at the same time, like, but that also makes you feel like, holy shit, there's somebody that actually is excited about my stream on Monday.
100%.
And even if they can only come by for 5 minutes,
right,
that's okay.
Exactly.
Like, you don't need to sit there and watch my stream for 3.5 hours.
No, I don't expect anything.
Because I could not watch myself for 3.5 hours. I'd want to kill me.
Dude, you force me to. I don't know how I do it.
Yeah, editing videos and stuff.
Well,
that's
I
true.
know I know
that's
how.
True.
But,
that's true.
You know, but anyway, thanks, Feta. That was a great question.
That was a great
All right,
question.
last question. No Dog. Do you want to answer that one? Atrax?
Yeah. Which brand of chips other than Doritos is superior? Because clearly Doritos are the best. So
that's
I can I answer this because I have the answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what On the Border is, the restaurant?
Yes.
Yeah.
Their tortilla chips, that is the best chip ever. Whether you're dipping it in an onion chip, salsa, cheese, all of that, best chips ever.
They're like warm still.
Well, no, they're in the bag. Well, yes, if you're at the restaurant, you can get them fresh. But like if they're in like the bag at the grocery store.
Doritos,
I've
do you have
never
an
had
answer?
those.
No, I'll have to fall back on the good old fashioned Lay's.
Okay.
Lay's. That's a good choice.
Atrax?
For me, it's a really, really close tie between Pringles and Sun Chips.
See, yeah.
I love Sun Chips. They've got this kind of like, I don't know, whole grainy vibe to them. I always feel better when I'm eating them in comparison to Pringles.
Yep,
I think
me
that's
too.
just the nature of them. But Pringles, I don't know, especially after I had the Pickle Rick flavor. That was
There you go.
just, yeah, I don't know. The Pickle
They're
Rick
good.
flavor was great. It's some of the best chips I've ever had. Yeah, I would. It's tough.
Who's Pickle Rick?
Leave.
From Rick and Morty.
It'll be the Nick and Atrax show. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I never watched Rick and Morty.
Are you kidding?
No,
All right,
I've said
we'll
that
fix,
before.
We'll fix it. It's okay.
Oh my God. All right. That's like saying you haven't seen Star Wars. It's not that bad, but it's pretty close.
Well, must hatch.
I know.
Anyway,
Wait, can I answer
Doritos.
this question?
Oh, sorry, Nick. I was ready to
Wrap it up. I know. You're just not even watching shows. Who's
Hey,
Pickle
Nick,
Rick?
what are your favorite types of chips besides Doritos?
Well, thanks for asking, Atrax. So, no, I was gonna say Sun Chips are wicked good, and the other thing is Fritos, but not like the regular Fritos are fine. I think the scoops are really good for dips and stuff, but I like the barbecue and the chili ones, which is kind of a controversial answer.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
twists.
they're good, but
Like
dude, I
the
can't
barbecue
because
twists.
my fingers get
So
so gross.
greasy and
They're like,
disgusting.
no, they get like it's like I just sprayed in my spray booth how much shit comes on. You have to like take your nail to scrape it off.
Yeah.
The cheese that ends up on your hands or the barbecue
Yeah.
could leave like you peel that off. They could use that for your fingerprints if you committed a murder.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Doritos, tell everybody where they can find you.
You guys can find me at Twitch. What was my shit? Now I didn't forget. Doritos 95,000.
Oh
Where I
yeah.
hide out.
I'll have
And
the
in
link.
Discord.
Oh yes, I'll have the link for both of those in the description of this episode.
What are you guys talking about in here?
Find out next episode of
Working Class Nerds.